If this is Tommy John for the Yankees, that's a really big blow. I mean, you're talking about the ace, the guy you're leaning on, the guy you gave $300 million to because he's your number one.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Good life.
Boom, coming in hot, Chichi.
Yeah.
I'm in the airport. I remember that boom's got to be a little later when I'm here.
Yeah, it's stealth Casey bomber right now. But we had to come on, even though you're planes, trains, and automobiles today, because we got some bad news, tough news, dude. In the city of New York, Bronx, we might get more results today, but like it really looks like Gerrit Cole may need Tommy John surgery. So that adds to the list of Luis Gil, who is gone, and Stanton came out. Both of his elbows, he said, it's basically a severe thing going on. He attributes it to making some sort of adjustments in the offseason that messed up both of his elbows. So you got Gil, you got Stanton, and now Gerrit Cole, obviously the biggest and worst news you could possibly hear. So your initial take.
Well, Cole's probably the biggest news, no doubt about it. When you look back last year, he missed time with that elbow. To tell you the truth, anytime you see elbows with pitchers, you think Tommy John. And the fact that Cole, came back last year, pitched in the postseason, did pretty well too. I don't know if he was totally his dominant self, but he still pitched, really well. And dude, that's a big blow. If this is Tommy John for the Yankees, that's a really big blow. I mean, you're talking about the ace, the guy you're leaning on, the guy you gave $300 million to because he's your number one. But at the end of the day, I hope G's okay. I hope, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And the only other thing I'll say, if it is Tommy John, dude, I'm telling you right now, my son had Tommy John like 8 months ago, and he's back playing fully. Obviously, he's an outfielder, he's not a pitcher. But I saw Dr. Kremchek in Cincinnati, who I think is one of the best Tommy John surgeons in the world, perform the Tommy John surgery now with that internal brace. It was like a shoelace, dude. It was like a really long shoelace of collagen. You couldn't take a saw to this thing. This thing wouldn't break. So they put 2 screws in the elbow and then they wrap it around. They figure eight it around. So if it is Tommy John, I'm saying, dude, nowadays coming back from this, I told Jake, I said, hey, the one thing I know you're not going to hurt again is your elbow.
Yeah.
Like Otani's back. He has that internal brace, I believe. Walker Buehler's back with the internal brace. I think that internal brace is a game changer for these new Tommy John surgeries. So if Gerrit Cole has to miss a year, and he's going to be fine moving forward.
Yeah, man. We're in a time in technology right now where you got AI robots. We're gonna have the $6 million man pretty soon. We're a player that's all just machine.
So true.
But dude, okay. So the thing here, of course, in New York, everybody just goes nuts, and it's like, well, Aaron Judge isn't getting any younger. This is his window. The window's closing. So that is what it is. First of all, I think Aaron Judge can play until he's 45 if he really wanted to.
Right.
Now, but this particular season, let's say you are out with, let's just say, nightmare scenario. No Gil, no Cole, no Stanton for the whole year. Do the Yankees still need to be super aggressive and try to fill in those blanks as much as they can on the trade market and things like that?
Well, this is where you're going to have to go get a guy like, Warren, who's the young pitcher coming up. He's got some stuff. Maybe you have to put him in the rotation. Dude, now, talk about the whole thing at the beginning of spring training with Stroman. Now Stroman looks like a blessing for those guys, And now, thank God you went out and got Max Fried, too, because, you signed a frontline starter. So you got Fried, you got Rodon, you got Stroman, you got Clark Schmidt. You obviously still have a lot there. But at the end of the day, every staff has to be, deep. And the Yankees, I'm sure, if they feel like they need to go make a move, they will. But they're not one. The cash isn't going to be one to sit back and just woe is us. They'll figure out something. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with Stanton. I don't know if he was working on something in the off season, and maybe I don't know. I can't even speculate because I don't know. But obviously the hinges of your elbows and your hands are so important when you're a hitter. And if those aren't right, that's just he needs to get those calmed down, get the inflammation out or whatever, and hopefully Luis heals back sooner than later, dude. At the end of the day, so two big blows. If Cole's out and Luis Gil's going to be out for at least 3 months, not a great start to the year for the Yankees, but I really think they have a roster. You got to have a roster depth nowadays, James, and the Yankees do have roster depth. So I think they're going to be able to weather the storm, man.
Yeah, and hey, guys like Ben Rice could have a chance to be a DH for the first half of the season. And hey, what do you got, brother? Let's see how you can step in there. And a lot of opportunity for a lot of young guys. And just because you're the Yankees doesn't mean the homegrown talent can't come and contribute to a high level. It happens all over the league.
No doubt.
Nice. All right. By the way, you are on your way to a very exciting place and to do some fun things this week. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm going down. I'm talking to the Brewers tomorrow. I got my man Pat Murphy, our guy.
Yeah.
Asked me to come in. I'm going to talk to the team a little bit tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that. Get to see my man Mike Vassallo and all those guys trying to lock us down. Somebody, Chinch. trying to lock us down. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to be at Brewers camp. Let's see if we can get somebody. So we'll see what happens. But man, I'm really excited to connect with those guys, with the Brewers, and meet with their team. And I'm also going to meet up with our man Brian Kane too. He's out in Arizona, so I'm meeting up with him tonight. Probably grab dinner with him. So. Yeah, man, got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, my flight just almost got canceled. It got delayed. I had to reroute onto another flight. But hey, that's the mentality, dude. Amped, get amped. Adversity makes us tougher. Let's go, make it tougher.
There you go. There you go. By the way, Christian Yelich yesterday, home run over the batter's eye.
Did he really? Let's go, dude.
I want another full year of him back. He's one of the greatest ambassadors to the game, and he's such a great baseball player. And go listen to our interview with him because he was so cool on it.
So cool. And dude, I also think that's the thing, Chinch. Like, he's been battling his back for a long time, and I think trying to avoid back surgery. And hopefully this back surgery really helps him kind of get over that hump. Where he's back fully healthy. But yeah, swinging the bat well. Looks like he's letting it rip, which is huge, man. Which is huge. I also want to give a shout out to Kent State yesterday, coming back, having a big W, winning 10-9 against Northern Illinois and split that doubleheader.
Yeah, and you don't have to be the proud dad. I'll be the proud Uncle Chinchy for you. Do we have a grand slam bomb yesterday?
Grand slam bomb late. They put them up 10-8, man. It was a Chinch. I tell you what, it is something about watching your kids play. It's more exciting than than you ever felt playing yourself. So it's cool when that happens, man. Really cool.
Yeah.
And even for my dad, dude. My dad's 85. He's loving watching his grandson play, and my mom too. They're loving watching the games. So it's really cool.
Yeah. True or false? Jake Casey has more power than Sean Casey.
Dude, true. He's got light tower power. He really does. He's got more swing and miss than me too. You know what I mean? But he's got way better speed than me too.
Isn't that funny how that works? It's like he picked what he wanted out of you when he came out the womb. What else we got? Hey, your boy hit another bomb for the Royals yesterday.
Dude,
3 home runs and 11 at bats.
And bombs. Is he gonna make that team?
Why not?
Why not? You took him with your first pick. JJ Picola, let's go, dude. Let Caglianone make your team. The guy's hitting bullets. He's got 11 at bats, 6 hits, 3 bombs.
Yeah. By the way, one more question for you. This Jacob deGrom came out yesterday. This was pretty cool. He had a nice, solid start. But they're like, you're only at 96, 97. And he's like, listen, he made a great, cool point. And you might think Chris Young probably has a lot to do with this, being there with him. But he goes, you know what? My 2 best seasons, I didn't hit 100. My 2 best seasons in the big leagues, I sat at 97, 98. If I sit at 97 and I'm not throwing it, and he said when he hit 100, his ball would start cutting into the zone.
Wow.
Which is an interesting thought. So I just want to get your take on that, dude, as a hitter.
Great. No, that's great. I love that, dude. Go back and look at Verlander most of his career. He can hit 100, But in those first few innings, he's sitting 93, 94, and then he's ramping up to 98, 100 when he needs it, like at certain times. I remember Kenny Rogers, dude. Kenny Rogers in 2006, 2007 was one of the best pitchers in the game at the time. Everyone was like, how come you're throwing 87, 88? He goes, I have more control at 87, 88 than I do. He goes, yeah, I can throw 93, 94, and he could. But he's like, as soon as I throw 93, 94, my ball flattens out. For whatever reason, the zone gets hammered. He goes, I can dominate 87, 88 because I get better movement. I know where it's going. I know where to throw it. So, a guy like DeGrom that's sitting 96, 97, that has 101 whenever he wants, that's good pitching. I think sometimes nowadays, dude, with these guys, everything's so max effort that, a lot of these guys will miss out over the plate trying to be max effort as opposed to a starter like DeGrom who knows how to pitch, has a wipeout slide, a good changeup, 96, 97, and then pick up 100, 101 whenever you can. When you got traffic on the bases, big situation, whatever, you navigate, need a punch out. Here it is.
Yeah, there were think about back in the 80s, 90s, all the way back. Like, Nolan Ryan was your guy that threw 100, probably, even though the guns were slower then. But, like, you were 94, 95 years old, 94, 95 miles per hour with, like, the Roger Clemens was 94, 95 in the real prime of his time. David Cone, were you worried about him hitting 100? No, because his ball was everywhere. He played through wiffle balls. I mean, it can be done. It really helps if the scouting can allow for players who aren't hitting 100 on a gun consistently to get there, because those are the guys who seem to have to learn how to pitch before the guys that throw 100 and 101 miles per hour.
Did you see what Jackson Jobe said? To your point, Jackson Jobe for the Tigers is like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of like trying to paint things. Here's my best stuff. Hit it if you can. I was like, wow, that's interesting. And dude, hitting is hard. So I think sometimes I think sometimes pitchers give too much credit to hitters, and vice versa. I think hitters give too much credit to pitchers. Oh, this guy's going to do this. Dude, I'm not. If you execute as a pitcher, I'm in trouble. But you can't execute every time. That's the bottom line. That's why your 1 and 2 starters are so elite, because they execute more often than not. But your 3, 4, 5s are going to give you 2 pitches to hit. That's why I told Jake in college, I go, dude, you're breaking down these Northern Illinois, Akron or whatever pitchers, dude. Don't give them any credit. At least that's what I used to feel in myself. Like I don't respect anybody on the bump, and they shouldn't respect me, because at the end of the day, I gotta be good at what I'm doing. I gotta have my game plan. If my game plan is wrapped around what you're trying to do to me, I'm in trouble. If my game plan is wrapped around what I'm trying to do and waiting for you to make a mistake on your game plan, now I'm in business. And I think too many times as hitters, we get wrapped up in, oh, this guy's got this and this and this. Dude, stop that stuff. That's all distraction. We said it before. You're either treating discipline or distraction as a hitter and as a pitcher in this game and in life. If you're thinking so much about what that other person's trying to do to you, you're going to be in trouble. You got to think about what you want to do to him. And when he makes a mistake, because he will, be ready to hammer it.
Yeah, that's a great point. And also on the pitcher side, like, how many times? I bet there were, like, at least double-digit, maybe triple-digit times in your entire career, your whole span, where you got your pitch right down the middle, and what happened? Pop up to third base. It happens.
Roll over to first. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens more often than not.
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly. That's a great point.
I go back to that point. I think I said it the other day on the show, but I want to say it again. Barry Bonds, Joe Morgan, Dusty Baker. This is Barry. How'd you do it? You were 2 for 2 last night. 2 home runs. You saw 2 strikes, and you had 15 pitches, and you had 2 walks. How'd you do it? He goes, how'd I do it? He goes, I stick to my game plan. I look for the pitch out over the middle. When it's there, I hammer it. So he doesn't go, oh, they're not pitching to me, so I'm going to take a pitch off. And then he gets the pitch to hit. No, he says every pitch is going to be down the middle. When it is, I'm going to hammer it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm swinging until my eyes tell me it's a ball. Like, we get dude, complexity is the enemy of execution. Complexity is the enemy of execution. If I start to think what your game plan is for me, if I'm starting to think all these different thoughts about you might throw me a slider, you might throw me a curveball, guess what, dude? Complexity is the enemy of execution. You're in trouble, dude. You're going to be an inconsistent player, and you're not going to be as good as you can be.
Wow, Brewers fans, your team's getting some nuggets when Sean Casey gets over there this week. I'll tell you that right now. Listen to what he's saying right now, and then you're gonna hear Yelich in the middle of the season being like, "Dude, complexity,
The enemy
Bison's running
execution.
storms, enemy of execution." I love it, dude. All right, we'll get on that plane,
Okay, all
brother.
right, Chichi, love you, man. Everyone out there, thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll have a guest this week for you. Maybe tomorrow at Brewers camp. We'll see what's going on, but we'll catch you later in the week. See you, Chichi. Love you.